With a former GOP presidential candidate, Dr. Ben Carson, who joins us now live from West Palm Beach to talk about this campaign so far. Good morning and thank you for being with us this morning. Now, we saw all of the candidates were busy in Ohio yesterday in our area, but over the weekend, you and Mr. Trump actually toured Detroit, your hometown. Talk to us a little bit about that visit and what Donald Trump will offer the African-American community.
Well, it was a very good visit. We were received extremely warmly at the church and at my old neighborhood where we went. Donald Trump had an opportunity to see many areas of Detroit, including some of the blighted areas, and had an opportunity to talk with many of the residents and hear their concerns. And this is a theme that you're going to see going forward in the various cities where he goes, meeting with some of the local community leaders and finding out what is important to them, and more importantly, what kinds of things have they seen that actually work, that help to bring people out of dependency and make them successful in our society. Those are the kinds of things around which we need to build policies.
And Mr. Trump has talked a lot about job creation. So what will he need to do specifically to help employment, especially among African Americans?
Well, one of the things that we've been talking about is repatriating the over $2 trillion overseas by declaring a tax holiday, letting it come back in over a 6-month period, with the only stipulation being that 10% of it has to be used in enterprise zones for infrastructure and to create jobs for people who are unemployed, underemployed, or on welfare. That would be the biggest stimulus package since FDR's New Deal, and it wouldn't cost the taxpayers 1 penny. And it also gets businesses once again invested in their communities, which is something that they used to do before the government took over, and that really isn't the government's job.
And lastly, Mr. Carson, what do you see as the big challenge for Donald Trump going forward this week?
Well, the main challenge is, of course, to stay on topic and not to be distracted by intentional attempts to get him to go off and start talking about things that are irrelevant, quite frankly, to the American people and to the problems that face our country right now.
Okay, Mr. Ben Carson, thank you so much for joining us this morning.